Uploading your first YouTube video is a milestone that many creators remember as a mix of excitement, nervousness, and anticipation. After all, the idea of putting yourself and your content out into the world can feel like both an exhilarating adventure and a nerve-wracking challenge. But if you've ever taken that step, you'll know there's one inevitable truth. The process of uploading your first video teaches you lessons you can't fully grasp until you experience it firsthand. For me, uploading my first video wasn't just about pressing publish. It was about understanding something far deeper about content creation, about myself, and about the way audiences engage with online media. The biggest lesson I learned? Perfection isn't as important as authenticity and consistency. Let me walk you through the key moments and insights that shaped this realization. 1. The pressure to be perfect is overwhelming, but unnecessary. When I first decided to upload my first video, I felt an immense amount of pressure. I wanted everything to be flawless. Polished visuals, perfect lighting, flawless script, and a video that could instantly grab the audience's attention. I spent hours editing, re-recording lines, and stressing over every minor detail. I was paralyzed by the thought that if the video wasn't perfect, it wouldn't resonate with viewers. This perfectionist mindset consumed my creative energy. But as soon as I hit upload, something became clear to me. No one else cares as much about perfection as I did. Sure, good production value is important, but viewers are looking for authenticity, relatability, and value more than technical perfection. When I look back at my first video, yes, I saw plenty of flaws. Maybe the lighting wasn't perfect or the editing was a little choppy, but what mattered was the genuine connection I made with the audience. The more imperfect my video was, the more real and approachable it felt. This realization was liberating. It was a reminder that people appreciate authenticity over an airbrushed, polished version of yourself. Authenticity always trumps perfection. 2. Consistency trumps everything else. The second lesson that hit me after uploading my first video was the importance of consistency. I had spent weeks planning, filming, and editing that one video, putting all my energy into creating something perfect for my debut. I thought that uploading one great video would make me an instant success. What I didn't realize at the time was that success on YouTube doesn't come from one perfect video. It comes from showing up consistently. After uploading my first video, I noticed that success wasn't as much about creating a single viral video as it was about building momentum over time. For example, when I saw creators I admired, many of them had built their audiences through hundreds of videos, each one slightly better than the last. I quickly realized that consistency helps you improve, and most importantly, it builds trust with your audience. By regularly uploading content, you create a reliable and steady flow of value for your viewers. They begin to expect more from you, and that anticipation strengthens your community. But consistency isn't just about quantity, it's about showing up, learning, and improving with every video you post. The more you upload, the more you refine your skills, experiment with different formats, and figure out what resonates with your audience. Lesson learned: success on YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. 3. Feedback is gold. Embrace it, even the criticism. One of the biggest fears I had before uploading my first video was receiving negative feedback. What if people didn't like it? What if they criticized me? The thought of facing criticism was terrifying, but what I didn't realize was how much feedback is a gift. Even the criticism. When I uploaded my first video, I quickly started receiving comments. Some of them were positive and encouraging, but others pointed out things I hadn't considered, like areas where I could improve. Initially, I was defensive, feeling a bit hurt by the negative comments. However, I soon realized that constructive criticism is one of the best ways to learn and grow. The feedback helped me understand what my audience wanted more of, what they didn't connect with, and how I could adjust my approach. I began to see that viewers want you to succeed. They're not just there to criticize. The community engagement that followed was invaluable, and it motivated me to keep creating content that served them better. Lesson learned: feedback, especially the critical kind, is essential for growth. 4. The algorithm is just one piece of the puzzle. Another eye-opening realization came when I started analyzing my video's performance after uploading it. I thought the YouTube algorithm would somehow automatically push my video to a wider audience if it was good enough. But I quickly realized that it wasn't just about having great content. It was about how you positioned and promoted your video. The algorithm favors consistent uploads, engagement, and a solid title and thumbnail strategy, but it doesn't guarantee success right out of the gate. That was a tough pill to swallow. At first, I struggled with low views and felt disheartened. However, I learned that the algorithm is just a tool. Your ability to create an engaged community is what drives success. Lesson learned. The YouTube algorithm is important, but your connection with your audience matters more. After uploading my first video, I found myself consumed with comparisons. I'd watch other YouTubers with their highly polished content, stunning production values, and subscriber counts in the hundreds of thousands. I couldn't help but feel like I was lagging, struggling to catch up to their level of success. The fear of never reaching those heights created an overwhelming sense of doubt. But over time, something shifted in my perspective. I realized that comparison is the thief of joy, and more importantly, it's a silent creativity killer. Every creator's journey is uniquely their own. While it's normal to admire other creators, I had to stop measuring my success against theirs. Their milestones and growth were not my own, and it wasn't fair to expect my channel to progress at the same pace. I learned that growth on YouTube and in any creative endeavor is not linear. Everyone starts somewhere, and most successful creators go through the same struggles, doubts, and small beginnings that I was experiencing. The more I focused on comparing myself to others, the more I lost sight of what mattered: my progress. Instead of chasing someone else's success, I began to focus on how far I had come and how I could improve from where I was. What truly shifted my mindset was the understanding that success on YouTube is deeply personal. It's not about meeting someone else's milestones, but about setting your own goals, celebrating the small wins, and continuously improving. Whether it was refining my editing skills, growing a small but engaged audience, or simply being consistent, I started to measure my success based on my personal growth rather than external comparisons. I began embracing my unique journey, and each step felt more rewarding. I stopped stressing about the number of subscribers or views I had, and instead I focused on delivering value, refining my content, and enjoying the process. Lesson learned. The only comparison that matters is the one where you compare where you are today to where you were yesterday. Focus on your growth, embrace your uniqueness, and stop letting others' paths distract you from your own. Your journey is yours to own, and comparing yourself to others will only slow you down. The real takeaway. Uploading my first YouTube video was a transformative experience, and it taught me lessons that go beyond just technical aspects of content creation. The biggest takeaway for me was that authenticity, consistency, feedback, audience connection, and focusing on my unique journey are the real keys to success. The road to success on YouTube is long and filled with ups and downs, but it's also incredibly rewarding. Every video you upload is a step towards improving your craft, learning from your audience, and building a community around your passion. The journey may not always be perfect, but as long as you stay true to yourself and embrace the learning process. If you're thinking about uploading your first video, take the plunge. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update, and join our amazing community. Drop a comment below